Article 9 contains the provisions about the three constitutional commissions, in which each has its own function and practices its jurisdiction to its extent. But how do they differ from each other? What are the functions of each commission? We'll answer all of these questions later on. But first, what are the qualifications for each member of the commission? Well, for starters, all shall be led by a chairman and 2 commissioners except for COMELEC, which needs 6 commissioners. They must all be natural-born citizens of the Philippines, at least 35 years of age, and must not have been a candidate for any elected position in the preceding elections. The CSC officials must have been proven capacity for public administration. COMELEC officials must be a holder of a college degree and must be members of the Philippine Bar who have been engaged in the practice for law for at least 10 years. Lastly, COA officials must be certified public accountants with not less than 10 years of auditing experience, or members of the Philippine Bar who have been engaged in the practice of law for at least 10 years. With all of this said, let's move on to the discussion of each commission, starting off with the CSC, or the Civil Service Commission, which acts as a central personnel agency of the government. It is mandated to adopt measures to promote morale, efficiency, integrity, responsiveness, progressiveness, and courtesy in the bureaucracy. It is also tasked to strengthen the merit and reward system within government agencies, integrate human resources development programs for all levels and ranks, and institutionalize a climate conducive to transparency and accountability. The Career Service Eligibility Examinations, or also known as the Civil Service Exam, for prospective government officers and employees are also being administered by the CSC. Next commission is the Commission on Elections, or the COMELEC, which is the primary government agency responsible for the conduct of regular and special elections in the country. Similar to the other constitutional commissions, the COMELEC is an independent and fiscally autonomous body free from political interference or influence from the 3 branches of the government, which makes possible the conduct for free, fair, and honest elections. According to the Constitution, the COMELEC shall exercise and perform different powers and functions. They perform executive as well as judicial functions, such as to enforce laws relative to the conduct of elections, to decide election contests, decide all questions affecting elections, to deputize law enforcement agencies, to register political parties, and to accredit its citizens' arms. Also, it is to file petitions, investigate and prosecute, to recommend measures and removal or disciplinary actions, and to submit reports. Lastly, we have the Envision Commission as the anti-graft and corruption body of the government, which is the Commission on Audit, or COA, which was established to audit, examine, and settle all accounts pertaining to the revenue, funds, expenditures, and property owned or held in trust by government agencies, including other constitutional commissions, government-owned or controlled corporations, autonomous state colleges and universities, and non-governmental entities receiving subsidy or equity from or through the government. The COA's other functions and powers, as provided for in the Constitution, shall promulgate accounting and auditing rules and regulations, including those for the prevention and disallowance of irregular, unnecessary, excessive, extravagant, or questionable expenditures or uses of government funds and properties. They shall submit annual reports to the President and Congress on the financial condition and operations of the government. They may adopt or recommend measures to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of the government operations. They shall keep the general accounts of the government and preserve the vouchers and the supporting papers pertaining thereto. With all of these said, those are the 3 constitutional commissions of the government contained in Article 9 of the 1987 Constitution.